hello, welcome. We are back in the studio for Thursday Q&A Live with me, Phil Morse. It's been a long, hot, wonderful summer doing all kinds of adventurous things, but the summer is over now. It's the 2nd of September. It's term time. We are back for our autumn term, our fall term, and we are live here in the Digital DJ Tips studio at our new time. Now, our new time should be the top of the hour, but we're 18 minutes late because guess what? When you walk back into a studio that you haven't been in for months, everything doesn't work. Your mouse isn't charged, your software needs updating, your cameras have reset themselves, blah, blah, blah. It's taken me a little while to get everything up to speed here, but we're up to speed now, hopefully. We are live. It's all functioning, I hope. And I'm here, Phil Morse, the founder of Digital DJ Tips, the online DJ school. We are here to help you become better DJs and better DJ producers. And my job is to answer all your questions in this hour. Now, of course, Digital DJ Tips has got 25 big DJ courses that we sell. We've got our YouTube channel, our Facebook pages, which you're probably watching this on now. And we're known for our reviews and all the stuff we do on the website. That's us, but this hour is about you. It's about your questions, and it's free, so do lean into it. Hashtag ask, hashtag ASK, if you have a question that you want to ask, so that I can see the questions in all the noise going on here. Also, if you enjoy what you're seeing here, please do make sure that you hit that share button, because the share button helps us to do all of this stuff. Subscribe to the YouTube channel if it's something that you're loving. But finally, as well as all of that stuff, I would love you to join Digital DJ Tips. Joining Digital DJ Tips as our latest member will let us help you become better DJs and DJ producers. We've actually got a really, really big announcement to make, either later today or tomorrow, hopefully. And it's probably the biggest announcement in 11 years of Digital DJ Tips. The people who are going to find out first about that are the people on that list. So if you're not a Digital DJ Tips member, join us now. Go to djtips.co/join, and then you will be in the loop, so to speak. Right, so that's what this is all about, people. Let's get your questions answered. Now, the DJ controller that we have set up here, or the DJ system we have set up here today, is this one. It is the Pioneer kind of flagship, current flagship, XDJ XZ or XDJ XZ. So we've got this here in the studio, so maybe this is something that you'd like to chat about. If so, then chat away. Standalone DJ unit, doesn't require a laptop to DJ from. So feel free to ask questions about this kind of DJ unit, but really we're here to help you with absolutely anything. So whether you want to talk about gear, music, techniques, playing out, or promoting yourself, the 5 big areas of DJing, as we cover in our book, Rock the Dance Floor, whatever it is that you want to talk about, it's here in this book, and it's here to talk about today. Now, talking about this book, this is the guide to how to DJ. You can buy this on Amazon, you can buy this in all good bookstores, you can get the Kindle version of this, you can also get an audio book of this, or as I say, become our latest member, because if you become our latest member by going to there, I'll give you a copy of our book, our best-selling book on how to DJ. And as I also said, you know, gear, music, techniques, playing out, promoting yourself, the 5 big areas of DJing, that is the way we teach DJing, and so that's what I want questions from you about today. Right, let's get going. The first question is from Martin, who says, I'm using Platinum Notes, and I copied my music over to it, and I'm adding it back to iTunes. The number of tracks is less. Any idea? No idea at all there, Martin. It should be absolutely fine. Platinum Notes, for those people who don't know, is a piece of software. Let's get rid of that join thing. I think we've all figured that out now. Platinum Notes is a piece of software which will kind of master your music. It'll take an MP3 or an audio file and it'll make it sound nicer and then give you a new version of that file. Now, therein lies the rub. It gives you a new version of that file. So you really ought to be, if you're going to apply any kind of mastering to your audio like that, do it first, as soon as you get new tracks, and only then start adding them to your system. It just gets a little bit confusing when you start multiplying your files by doing duplicates and making new versions of them and so on, Martin. So no, I've no idea why that's happening. You know, what I would do is take a chunk of your files, like say 50, process them and see if 50 come out the other end, then do it again with 100 and then 150. And as soon as you see a discrepancy, figure out why that's happening rather than chucking everything in at once. With apologies if you don't know what platinum notes is and you're not interested in mastering. The thing with these questions is we'll try and cover everything, beginner, advanced and all types. So there's going to be something in here for you, certainly. Just hello to all of our regulars. It's so nice to see how many, I see so many of you as always here, especially now I'm back in the studio and I can see all your names properly. Hi to Chris, hi to Christian, hi to DJ Spinking, hi to Juanmi, hope you're feeling better, my friend. Hello to Papa D, welcome back Phil. I'm so jealous of you right now, says Papa D. Looks like you had a great time. Haven't got my hair cut yet, for certain. Hello Techno Beat, who's not been here for a while either, over there in the Philippines, but you're back now. That's awesome to hear. And to John in Florida, and to Kevin. Look, everyone else who's saying hello, it's great to have you back. I have so many questions, says DJ Spinking. Well, look, start typing. Maybe try one a week. Remember, hashtag ask, hashtag ASK for your questions. So this one is from Christian, who says, does learning curve and muscle memory become a must once you transition in a different DJ setup? It's a really good question. So for instance, let's look at this DJ setup we've got here. So this is a really classic Pioneer DJ setup. So the mixer, it looks like any Pioneer mixer. And let me show you that. Let me just pull another Pioneer mixer up. This is the Pioneer DDJ 900 Nexus 2. Let's plonk that in there. This is the Pro mixer that is used in DJ booths all over the world. Now that doesn't look so different. Look closely to that, does it? Clearly you've got the screen on the standalone unit. And the reason for that is that the Pioneer has a very set way of doing things. You have 4 channels for your audio. You have the effects here, they call them sound color effects, which are operated by these knobs here. You have your headphones and stuff going on down here, and you have another big effects section down here with a big on-off button for the effects here. This is all laid out in exactly the same way on all Pioneer gear. And the same when you move over to the decks. You've got your play, pause and your cue, your track search and your search. You've got your loop and reloop area up here, and your memory calls up here. And down here, everything is where it would normally be as well. These are a little bit non-standard on a Pioneer CDJ 900, sorry, a CDJ 3000, getting the mixer and the decks modelled up there. There's a CDJ 3000, so you can see that there is a slight difference here. The screen is now on the unit itself rather than in the middle, but the hot cues are across the top rather than down at the bottom. But apart from that, all this stuff is in the same place. So muscle memory, when it comes to DJing on different DJ gear, depends on whether you're sticking with the same brand, because if you're sticking with Pioneer, even the tiny Pioneer controllers, and I've probably got one here, he says, like on the spot. No, I haven't. They're over in the corner. But even the tiny ones, like the DDJ 400 and the DDJ 200, they have. Oh, this camera's flicking a bit, isn't it? They have. Let's go back to this one. They have the same layout. So really, it's like getting used to driving a different car, getting used to using a different DJ controller. That said, even other brands, you know, even let's just pick up a completely random other brand here. This is the Reloop Buddy controller. Look, everything's in roughly the same place. Everything's laid out in the same way as far as the controls on the different channels go and so on. And so really, it's not going to take you too long to get used to a different controller. So as far as muscle memory goes, look, muscle memory only kicks in when you're doing really clever stuff like scratching, like big scratch moves where it takes an awful lot of dexterity and so on. And that kind of thing is a bit like going to the gym, right? Use it or lose it. But for most DJing, once you know how to do it, it's like riding a bike. It's kind of yours for life. And then trying different gear just becomes a case of getting used to that gear. What I would say is try and DJ on as many different types of gear as you can, because as soon as it's like learning a language, right? If you know English and then you learn Spanish, learning Spanish is hard, but then you go to try and learn a bit of Portuguese and a bit of French, and you find the extra languages actually become a bit easier because you're used to trying to converse in different languages. And so, you know, you get these multilingual people that know 7 or 8 languages will always tell you, you know, numbers 7 and 8 were a lot easier than number 2 and 3. So it's the same with DJ gear. As soon as you get used to DJing on record decks, on CDJs, on laptops, on standalone systems, it suddenly becomes a case of you very quickly look for the right controls and it becomes easier and easier and easier. So definitely get used to DJing on different gear. But no, I wouldn't worry about DJing on different gear. If you're asked to play in a venue that's got different gear to what you're used to, just try and get in there early, or try and get in there when they're closed. Ask if you can come in and just have a couple of hours to get used to it beforehand. And that's a great way of familiarizing yourself with stuff in a kind of no pressure environment. Right, so people, it's great to be here. If you're enjoying this, please do hit the share button. That's what this is all about. That helps us. We've got Alan Partridge here, and I'm not going to argue with a name like Alan Partridge. Alan says, do you think DJs that say it's all about tune selection, it doesn't matter about technical skill, just say that because they're not very good at DJing? Well, hang on a second there. They might say that because they haven't got very good technical skills, but that doesn't mean you're not good at DJing. Most DJs will tell you, and the further they get into their careers, the more likely they are to tell you this, is that DJing is all about tune selection. You can pick the right tunes for the people in front of you right now and play an absolutely fantastic DJ set with minimal technical skills. Yes, you need some technical skills, but they're not what you think. They are the ability to make sure the sound quality remains excellent, which is all about gain staging. It's all about staying out of the red. They're the ability to keep the volume the same at all blinking times, because the number of DJs that will mix one track into another and then the volume changes is incredible. It's the ability to be complementary in your mixing. Don't have a vocal over a vocal, or don't have two bass lines like clashing with each other in different keys and so on. And it's the ability to, when you are blending two tunes, just to keep the flow going. If you can do those things and you can pick the right tune for the people in front of you right now, time after time after time, you're pretty much pushing towards being a great DJ. So I think that's why DJs, once they've got the technical skills that you need to be able to do that, suddenly realize that what makes you go from good to great is not more technical skills. It's really knowing your music and knowing what track to play next in any situation to any crowd. So no, I don't think that DJs who say that aren't very good DJs. There are a lot of DJs out there who really cannot mix and never have been able to mix, but can program music very well. And they're okay. You can do that. It's not perfect, certainly not for certain genres where beat mixing is kind of expected and good skills are expected. But it's better to have it that way around than to have all the mixing skills and no clue about what to play, no taste in music, no kind of time put in building a great music collection. For me, you're talking 80–90% of the job is all about the music, 10–20% is about the mixing. And that's not to say that 10 or 20% isn't important. It's massively important, and it's what we love. It's what gives you the goosebumps when you get two tracks right. We all know that feeling, right? But to the crowd, you've got to get the music right first. I think that's what they mean when they're saying that. So let's get some more live questions. Remember, hashtag ASK, hashtag ask if you want to have a question featured here. We are in our new time, so if you've just joined us and you're thinking, what's Phil doing live here? We're going to be at this time, 3 p.m. London and 10 a.m. Eastern from now on for Thursday Q&A live and for Tuesday tips as well live. Indeed for all our lives, because that's one of the changes we've made this term. So this is a question about the XDJ XZ or the XDJ XZ, the controller we've got here. It's from Papa D, who says, I've heard that the XDJ XZ has limitations. It cannot handle all 4 channels either in standalone mode or with software. I'm not really sure what that means. Can you clarify? Yes, I can. So this unit here will work with all 4 channels with your software. You plug in your laptop to the back of it and power up Rekordbox, and what you've got here is an absolutely fantastic full-sized Rekordbox DJ controller. It will only work with 2 channels if you plug in a USB drive up here. It becomes a 2-channel DJ controller with 2 spare channels, if you like, or a 2-channel DJ system with 2 spare channels. You can have software plugged into here. You can have extra CDJs plugged into here. You can have other people plugged into here with their own DJ gear or whatever. You can have 2 record decks on either side plugged into the extra channels. But when you want to DJ from only your USB drive, it will only work on 2 channels. So that is what the limitation is with this unit. It's not the biggest limitation in the world, if I'm completely honest with you. Although Pioneer, I'm sure, would love it to work with all 4 channels in standalone, and I'm sure their next such unit will do. Yes, it's a limitation, but not a big one. This is a workhorse DJ device here, and it's going to be working brilliantly for DJs for years to come, no matter what comes out next week, next month, next year. But that is the limitation, so I hope that's helpful to you there, Papa D. So live questions, hashtag ASK if you'd like your question featured. Thank you, by the way, Christian, for the learning curve and muscle memory question. DJ Richie DeBell says, what do you think about Tenacity, which is apparently the Audacity opponent? I've never heard of it. So a great name for an Audacity fork it will be, because Audacity is a multi-track audio editor. It's designed for people to basically load tracks up, top and tail them, do simple edits and stuff. I use Audacity, for instance, to tidy up my DJ mixes before I upload them to something like Mixcloud and so on. And I'm just having a look at it now. It's a fork of Audacity. So Audacity is open source software, which means basically it's free, and lots of people have worked on it in their free time and so on. But there's a new version which I've just been told about, so therefore I've just looked up, because I'm very, what's the word I'm looking for, impatient with these things. And it's basically a fork of the Audacity software. And presumably they've done this because Audacity is kind of not 100% open source anymore. It's kind of, I think it's been kind of bought by someone, or something's gone on with it, and some people aren't too happy about that. I had a close look at what the changes are, and I don't think they're particularly big, but clearly this is designed for people who don't want to have anything to do with the original anymore. So this is going to be basically functionally the same as Audacity, and therefore I think it's great. Open source software is all about people forking it and doing their own thing with it. Another place you might have seen this happening is with OBS. So OBS is the open source live streaming software. I'm live streaming to you now on live streaming software. It's an open source piece of live streaming software, but there's also Streamlabs OBS, which is kind of a commercial version of it. And that's all cool. These things are designed to work together. So what do I think about it? I've no idea. I've not looked at it, but I'm pretty ambivalent towards that. Good on them. Good on them for doing it. This question is from DJ Spinking, who said, I've got loads of questions for you. And this is DJ Spinking's question, or one of the loads of questions. And DJ Spinking says, what advice would you give to a person like me, an upcoming DJ with a lot of skills, no machine, and no links to gigs? So I don't know what you mean by no machine, but look, find your own gigs. You know, no one's going to give you gigs, DJ Spinking. Find your own gigs. Go and play somewhere where there's 10 people and it's a Tuesday night, and then work up to 20 people on a Wednesday night, 30 people on a Thursday night, 50 people on a Friday, 100 people on a Saturday. You know, you've got to get your own gigs. You've got to make your own luck. No one's going to give you any favors. No one's going to open the doors and say, hey, we've been waiting all this time for you to come along. It just doesn't work like that. So get out there, play it wherever you can, however shocking it is or however demeaning you feel it is. Eat your humble pie, get out there, do that job on a Tuesday in front of 10 people and work up from there, because no matter how many skills you think you've got and no matter how good a DJ you think you are, I can guarantee to you are not the finished article yet. And the only way you're going to get there is by playing in front of other people. So there's some tough love for you there. So live questions, hashtag ASK if you'd like to ask a question. If you've just joined us, this is Thursday Q&A Live, the free-to-air show from Digital DJ Tips on our Facebook page, our Facebook group and our Student Live private Facebook group, also on YouTube and on our Twitch channel, where I just stand here, sit here and help you with your DJing issues for 45 minutes, an hour or so. Every Thursday, we're in our new time slot now at 3 p.m. London, 11 a.m. Eastern, although we just start a bit late today. And that's where you'll find us every week, just helping you with your DJing and your DJing questions. So Wrist Beats, hi Phil. How are you DJing live on YouTube without getting booted or getting strikes from YouTube? I'm loving your DJ sets and thank you in advance for helping me with this. Very simple. Well, I say very simple. It is simple to explain, but you need to do a few steps if you want to DJ on YouTube without getting those copyright hits. And let me show you exactly how to do it now. So head over to Digital DJ Tips website and scroll down a little bit until you find this item here. 3 vital steps for DJing on YouTube without copyright hassle. Now, if you can't find it, just click the search bar there and type in YouTube copyright or something similar, and it will come up in the search results for sure. So check that works there. There you go. 3 vital steps for DJing on YouTube without copyright hassle. So click on this article here and I will talk you through exactly how to do it. There's a video there as well, and I show you bit by bit how this happens, and basically it involves uploading a test recording and having a look at whether YouTube is going to give you a copyright hit for any of the tracks you want to use. They get a little red dot next to them, like you can probably see there, and then just not using those tracks. It's not 100% fail proof, but it does work nearly all the time. So that is how we do it. Next live question is from Philip, who says, I have the Pioneer SB3 and every time I activate my effects and start turning the knobs, it makes a glitch and eventually crashes the whole system. What's the problem there? Sound card? The problem is probably that you are pushing your computer too far. So again, we've actually got a piece of free training for you that's going to help you to figure this out. It was the one that was at the top of the page there. How to optimize your Mac or Windows laptop for DJing 2021 edition. So first I would say go and have a little look at this. This will help you to figure out what might be slowing your computer down. Run through all the things on here, and if that doesn't work, the other thing to do is to head into the buffer. So the buffer, if you go into, you're using a DJ SB3, so you're using Serato, but it doesn't matter what DJ software you use, you have this setting. You go into your settings and find the buffer, BUFFER, or the latency setting, and you click on that and you make it higher. You pull the slider so that the number is higher. And what that's doing is allowing more time for your computer to process what you do on the controls of your DJ unit, what you're doing here. There's a few milliseconds between what you do here and what comes out of the speakers, and it increases that time and gives your computer longer to process that. So when you start turning the effects knobs and doing all the clever stuff, it needs more processing power, and what's probably happening is your computer can't cope with what you're asking it to do, and that's why you're getting glitches and so on. So just find that control, push that up, optimize your laptop following the tips that I've given you in that free training article, and you should find that it improves it and fixes it for you there. So thanks for that question, Philip. This is from Colin, who says, do you think Beatport will provide higher quality audio for their streaming service like Tidal has in the future? So Tidal, and now everyone, I think Amazon and Spotify and so on, are all having a moment where they're saying, look, MP3s are not good enough, or AAC lossy files are not good enough. We want to give lossless audio, and they're upgrading the audio to a higher audio quality. Do I think Beatport will do it in the future? Yeah, probably. At some point, they'll probably offer, their version of WAV files and so on. So it's just a matter of time, really. They'll follow the industry on that stuff. But that said, I believe that Beatport, when you're on the pro levels, the music sounds absolutely fine in the lossy format that they currently offer. But yes, I do think that will probably happen in the future, Colin. This is from Technobeat, who says, I heard something that you can bring your own equipment to big festivals and clubs. Is that possible? Example, playing from a DDJ 400 or 200 to the big boy speakers. I know it's all about the tunes, not the gear. Right, okay. It's an interesting one, this. We spoke a few years ago now to the sound engineer at Ministry of Sound, one of the most iconic and biggest clubs in the world. And he said, look, we want DJs to be comfortable. And so we want them to play on what they're comfortable playing on. So we'll let them bring their own gear if they want to. But that said, as we were talking about earlier, it doesn't take an awful lot of skill and an awful lot of time to figure out how to use any DJ gear. So I think there is kind of a toss-up here. If you're playing at a festival and you turn up with a little DDJ 200, it kind of is a bit lame. But the truth is, you ain't going to get a booking at a festival if all you can do is play on a tiny little consumer controller, right? By the time you're good enough and well known enough, and you've got the contacts and you've been doing this long enough to be able to get yourself onto the bigger stages, into the bigger clubs, into the bigger gigs, you will have advanced to playing on the kind of gear that is the gear you find in those places anyway. So it's a bit of a non-starter question. To be honest with you, the gigs that you can get now, whoever you are watching this, are probably going to be fine on whatever gear you've got now. And as you get better and as your gear gets better, all this stuff kind of moves up towards the pro level. But yeah, some DJs like to turn up with their own gear, and that's fine. Laidback Luke turns up with Denon gear, and you better make sure, well, he wants to play on Denon gear, and you better make sure you've got it in your DJ booth for him to play, for instance. You get to a certain level and you can request what you want. And some DJs have a setup which has got lots of clever stuff. They might have a synth and a drum machine and their own mixer that they like to use in order to plug that stuff together with their own settings on, and therefore they either request that stuff or they take it with them. But that's a bit different to saying, hey, I've got a great gig, but I can only use this. I'm not really any good at using anything else. So can you just give me like the ability to, you know, plug a little cable into my, you know, whatever the small DJ controller you have is. That's a little bit lame, and it probably, in all honesty, won't happen. But certainly to play in front of a live audience with any DJ controller nowadays is perfectly possible. They'll all sound good enough and they'll all work. You know, a lot of DJs start off playing barbecues and parties at home and so on with a tiny controller, and then they get offered a gig in a bar. They'll take the same controller with them, and that's absolutely fine, but it's a bar. It's not the main stage at a festival. So you see what I'm saying with that, don't you? DJ London Bridges, have you heard any updates regarding the LC6000 and Prime 4 compatibility? So let's see if this camera here will work here. Long enough for me to show you. This is the LC6000. It's a little, I say little, it's pretty big really. It's a controller. I'm trying to think of the right word for it. It's simply a controller. There it is on the front camera there. This is designed to plug into software, Serato, Tractor, and not Rekordbox, but Serato and Tractor, and also to plug into standalone DJ gear from Denon DJ, such as its SC5000 and 6000 decks. So basically, if you have a deck like this is the SC6000M from Denon DJ. If you have a deck like this, this has got two decks on it, if you like. It might only have one set of controls, but it can control two separate pieces of music with a button here called layer. And so if you have one or two of these and you buy one or two of these, which I was just showing you, the LC6000 controller, then you can plug this into that, and suddenly you've got two separate physical ways of controlling those two decks. So buy two of these, buy two of those in a mixer, and you end up with a big 4-channel DJ setup, all with separates, that doesn't require you to have 4 full media players, because the second ones are just secondary players to the primary player. So it's a lot more cost effective. And the question is, does it work with the Prime 4, which is the flagship standalone unit from Denon DJ? And no, unfortunately, as far as we know at this moment, it doesn't. They should enable that. We think they should do it, but we have got no word that that's been implemented yet. So let's keep our fingers crossed for that one. Thank you for the question there, DJ London Bridges. You're with Digital DJ Tips. If you're loving this, hit share. And if you enjoy what you're seeing here and you want to be closer to Digital DJ Tips, the world's leading DJ school, head down to Digital DJ Tips' join page, which you'll find at djtips.co/join. Become our latest member. Now is a great time to do that, because later today or tomorrow, hopefully, we are announcing the biggest thing we've announced in 11 years of being a DJ school, which is quite a claim to make. And if you're on that list, you'll find out about it. If you're not, hey, you might not. So a good time to join Digital DJ Tips. And at the very least, make sure that you are subscribed to the channel, right? Because then we can let you know when we go live and stuff like that. So do that stuff and hit share if you're enjoying this. Please do hit that share button. I'm answering your questions for at least another half an hour here, so let's carry on. The next question is from Sebastian, who says, what should I choose? An XDJ XZ or XZ, the controller we've got here, or the DJ system we've got here, or the Denon Prime 4? I'm a mobile DJ. Well, the Denon Prime 4 has got an awful lot more functionality in it. So if you want pure function, I'd say the Denon Prime 4. It's got 4 channels of pure standalone. It's got streaming services built in. It's got Wi-Fi built in for those streaming services. It's got a lot more power. So a much nicer screen, much nicer library. So if you just want pure power and you want the best DJ system for your money, definitely the Denon DJ Prime 4. If you, for some reason, want to learn on Pioneer gear that feels very much like what you would use in a club, so that if you ever get to DJ in a club, you've got all that kind of muscle memory that was being talked about earlier, then yes, maybe it is worth a unit like this, and accepting the fact that it's underpowered compared to the Prime 4. But if it was me and I was a mobile DJ and therefore it was up to me what gear I used, I would definitely go with the Prime 4. It's just a much more powerful system, and the Denon DJ software is more powerful software that runs on it. Next live question is from Juan Castillo, talking about Denon gear. How do you use samples on Denon? Well, you can't, because it doesn't have a built-in sampler. So you either get a track that you assemble yourself with all the samples you want to use on it, maybe 8 samples on it, and then put cue points on them all and just load that track onto a deck and use the cue points to trigger them. Or get a separate sampler that you can plug into it on one of its channels and trigger your samples that way. But there are no sampler functions built into the Denon DJ engine system. This is from DJ Alberto. A lot of people ask us similar questions to this. I want to buy CDJs, but they're too expensive, aren't they just? Do you think the Gemini MDJ would be better? No, I don't. The Gemini units are very cheap and cheerful CDJ units that basically are a cheap copy of the Pioneers. Honestly, why not just buy a controller and a laptop? If you've already got a laptop, a controller is a very cheap way of DJing. That is, for most people, that's the way to go. Now, if not, then, you know, if you want to play CDs, of course you're going to need CDJs. I'm assuming that you don't want to play CDs, DJ Alberto. If not, then even so, I would just kind of try and save up for maybe a second-hand Pioneer XDJ RX or RX2, which is like a 2-channel version of one of these, which will just give you all the functionality basically of 2 CDJs and a mixer for far less money. But you know, honestly, a DJ controller is the way I would go. It's just so cost-effective, assuming you've got access to a laptop. Right, remember, hashtag ASK, hashtag ask. I'm not seeing what you write in the comments on YouTube, Twitch, Facebook, unless you put hashtag ASK in front of it. So do that if you want a response to what you're saying. This is from Steve, who says, is Tractor about to die? No, I don't think so. Tractor is a DJ software that's very influential and still loved by millions of people. It isn't keeping up with everyone else at the moment, it's true to say, but they are upgrading it, they are working on it, they are keeping it at least in the game. And no, I don't think it's about to die. If you're a Tractor user or you want to use Tractor for your own reasons, then I think you're still pretty safe doing so. The next live question is from Arek. Has anyone had the chance to compare headphones from Pioneer HD-JX7 and Denon HP 1100? That's on Facebook. So if you're on Facebook, then please go and answer Arek, because I haven't. And this is a little tip, by the way. If you enjoy these live shows every week and you like asking questions on them, but of course we've got hundreds and hundreds of people here live, so I can't answer every question, much as I would love to. If you want to make sure your question gets a good chance of being answered, then follow these on Facebook, because on Facebook the questions you ask will stay with the live stream even when we've stopped, and it gives my team and myself and all the other people watching and scrolling through the comments a chance to answer your question and help you out, unlike on YouTube where they just stay in the chat box and the comments open only on the recording of the YouTube afresh. So you know, there's different platforms that are best for different things, but for watching these live streams and getting your question answered, Facebook is the right place to be. Whether you're on our Facebook page, whether you're on our Global DJ Network Facebook group, and if you're not, why not? It's awesome. Or if you're one of our students in Student Hub, no matter, the best place to ask your question is in the comments on Facebook, because you're more likely to get it answered. So there is a little tip for you here. We are back in the studio if you've just joined us. It's me, Phil, with our Thursday Q&A live broadcast, back in the studio after summer of fun. I have yet to have my hair cut, but I am back safely. The next live question then is from Peter Gray, who says, and more Tractor questions. Are we ever going to get any new Native Instruments Tractor hardware? Standalone seems to be the next logical step. Other brands seem to be moving forward. NI seems to be standing still. Well, hang on there. There's no standalone virtual DJ systems. There's no standalone Serato systems, because they are not standalone platforms. They are laptop platforms. Tractor is a laptop platform. The only platforms that are going along with standalone are Recordbox and Denon DJ with its engine software. And of course, of those two, only Recordbox is also laptop software. Engine isn't laptop software. You can't run it on a laptop and plug a controller in. So it's kind of an either or with that. I don't see Tractor becoming standalone anytime soon, if that's kind of an answer to your question there, Peter. But I don't think that means it's falling behind, because as I say, all DJ software, you know, Algorithms DJ Pro AI, Virtual DJ, Serato. They're not standalone. I don't think they ever will be either. Right, Roman. I have recognized microphone distortion on my Shure SM58 connected to Pioneer DDJ 400. Usually when the mic is on max, do you think it is just by settings or should I get it repaired? No, it's because you've got the mic turned up to max. Turn the mic down a bit. That's what that volume control is for. That's perfectly how it should be. So just turn the mic down a bit. Albert, hi Phil, I'm using Serato Pro. I have all my music on a USB drive. Can I use the same USB with the Rekordbox setup, and how would you do it? So you want to use your Serato library on Rekordbox? No, you can't. You will need to convert that music to Rekordbox format, and the way you can do that is by using a special app that does that for you. And the special app that does that for you is, well, there's a few ways of doing it, but our friend Mixmaster G in the Netherlands, Peter, has got a DJ conversion utility. It's like $20 and it's really, really cool. It will do this for you. So I'm just dialing it up now on my browser to show you the DJ conversion utility, or DJCU. Assuming you're using a Mac, this is what you want to go for. There you go. It's like 20 euros, $20. It will let you move your library from Serato into Rekordbox and therefore be able to DJ with it. So just go and search for DJ conversion utility or DJCU on Google. You'll find this, and that is what you need. It's a one-off purchase, and Peter, Mixmaster G, is very responsive. He's a great guy. You're going to be getting good software here. He will help you to make this work. So that is how you do it. Right, people, I don't know whether I should do this yet. I'm going to ask my team. I'm just typing something here, and the reason I'm typing this here is it's pretty big news. Hey, should I announce this now live? Maybe put the blog post live. This is exciting stuff, people. Trust me, this is very exciting stuff. Because we've got a big announcement that I said we'd maybe announce later today, or maybe announce now. And I'm just checking with my team because I'm live on air, and if they're saying it's good to go, we've got official sign off, I can tell you about it. So I've just asked in our little internal chat down there whether I should announce this, put the blog post live, and go for it and let you guys and girls know first what we are doing at Digital DJ Tips. And believe me, it is big. So we'll see what they say. You might find out something extremely exciting in the next few minutes, or you might have to wait a bit longer to find that out. I'll just see what they say in the chat while we're answering your questions. As I said, it's the biggest news in about 11 years here at Digital DJ Tips. So this is big stuff. Right, they've given me the go ahead. This is very exciting. So what I'm going to do now, live, is head into our blog. Oh, the blog post is being put live now, this very second. I'm hitting refresh on our own blog. I'm about to tell you something very big. Come on, people, put it live. Make it happen. Make it happen. Come on, do it. Do it, Lauren, Scott, Faye, press that button. I'm refreshing the live website, and when it goes live, I'm going to show everyone. Okay, guys, girls, are you ready? Let's do this. Digital DJ Tips has joined forces with Jazzy Jeff to launch a DJ course. Probably the most loved DJ in the world ever since his early days with the Fresh Prince, and simply the DJ that you guys and girls tell us over and over again is the person you would most like to teach you DJing. Jazzy Jeff has chosen to launch his DJ course with us here at Digital DJ Tips. DJ Jazzy Jeff's How to DJ Right is coming soon. Not only is this course coming soon, but Jeff has given every single one of you who joins Digital DJ Tips by going to that link. I told you how important it was to go to that link and become a member if you're not one. Jazzy Jeff is giving every single one of you a chance to win one of 3 one-on-one DJ lessons with the man himself to celebrate this launch. This course is coming this year, and it is going to cover everything Jeff has learned in 30 odd years of DJing at the height of his game. If you like what Jeff does, if you want to be able to play sets that cross genres, BPMs, boundaries, that cross the ages, then this is going to be a DJ course you're not going to want to miss out on. And what you're going to want to do is go to the website, click on this link, and put your email address in here, or just no, that's exactly what you want to do. Go to the website and do that. Click on there, put your email address in to enter that competition, and we will be letting you know more about this if you are a member of our website at djtips.co/join. We've got lots more to tell you about this amazing collaboration in the next week or so. But that is the big news today, people, and I'm so proud to tell everyone who's on this broadcast that news before anyone else, that DJ Jazzy Jeff is launching a DJ course, his first DJ course, DJ Jazzy Jeff's How to DJ Right, and he's chosen Digital DJ Tips as the DJ school to do this with. We're extremely proud that we have made this partnership with Jeff. It's coming soon, and we've been working on this for a long time. So I'm just absolutely thrilled to be able to tell you this live here today. Wow. There we go. There's our big news. What do you think of that, people? Let me know down there in the comments what you think about us making a DJ course, DJ Jazzy Jeff's How to DJ Right, that has now been launched. Steve says, big it up. Techno Beat says, I already joined. You can register your interest, by the way. The link's down there to tell you how to do it on all of our platforms. It's down there on Twitch, it's down there on YouTube, and it's down there on Facebook as well. DJ Zero says, wow, what a deal, good stuff. Adrian says, wow, fire, I'm going to be all over that. Jeff says, going to be rocking some acapellas in that class for sure. Al says, oh my God. DJ Sets Rocker says, congrats, that's awesome. Trev says, wheel it, reload the whole stream. Kevin says, yes to DJ Jazzy Jeff. Techno Beat is absolutely loving that. So DJ Lee Jr. says, no way. How much? Look, this is very early days yet. We're in the middle of making this course at the moment. We couldn't announce it until this point. So all that stuff is coming way in the future. This course is not ready yet. It will be coming out this year, but we're just letting you know. We're letting you know this is coming. Adrian says, holy crap. Q Point says, that really is big news. Lots of you are absolutely loving the idea of this. Med says, that's great, I'm really joining now. Roman says, congratulations. Master says, I want to meet the dude. And the Rocker says, congratulations. You guys are legends, says Nick. Snailden says, Jazzy Jeff, it's what I suspected, but still huge. Yeah, we have been kind of teasing this for a while. Pete says, I wonder how many young'uns won't know who Jeff is. Well, listen, they will know soon, because honestly, we've got some amazing stuff coming up with Jeff to promote this course. DJ Adrian says, nice work, Digital DJ Tips. Hello to Mixmaster G, who says, did I miss something, or is Phil early? Well, you have missed something, in that we're making a course with Jazzy Jeff, DJ Mixmaster G. So that's our big news. And yes, we did start early. We're actually starting at a new time from now on. We're starting at 3 p.m. instead of 4 p.m. London. So what a time to turn up late. But hey, Mixmaster G, we've been pushing your software already today. That's something else you missed. Michael says, that might sell a few. Lol. Wonder if it'll be the best seller you ever had, because that is really pretty large. Well, we're not doing this to make bestsellers. We're doing this because we want to produce the best DJ training out there, of course, but I do suspect it will be quite a popular course. JT69 United says, DJ Jeff, Jazzy Jeff, the GOAT. Indeed. Al says, fantastic. Brian, Jazzy Jeff is a legend on the decks. Thank you for that, Mixmaster G. Chris is looking way back. Yeah, Jazzy Jeff has got so much legacy, hasn't he? I mean, it's just incredible. If you're just literally tuning in, Techno Beat says, we have the legends finally collaborating. If you're literally tuning in right now, because it's a normal time we go live with Thursday Q&A Live, 2 bits of news for you. 1, Thursday Q&A Live is now an hour earlier and will be from now on. But number 2, Digital DJ Tips is proud to announce its latest course, because we've joined up with DJ Jazzy Jeff to launch DJ Jazzy Jeff's How to DJ Right, the brand new course from Digital DJ Tips and Jazzy Jeff, coming this year. I've not got any more information about exactly when this is coming yet. We're right in the middle of production now, but we're at the point where we can announce it. So head over to the Digital DJ Tips website to find out the news, and crucially, to click on the link, because when you do that, you will get the chance to enter a free prize draw to win one of 3 DJ lessons with Jazzy Jeff himself. He's going to give 3 of our Digital DJ Tips members the chance to learn one-on-one with Jeff himself. So what a great prize to celebrate the launch of this course, Jazzy Jeff's How to DJ Right, coming soon. Right, people, I am going to go back to the questions, because look, this is really all about you and your questions. We did have a big announcement. Of course, I'm going to tell you this first because we just got the go ahead, but I do want to slip in some more questions from you guys and girls. So let's carry on with that now. So Michael, how does that DJ conversion software utility have a version for Windows? No, unfortunately they don't, but you can get other software that works for Windows that does that stuff. So you'll have to use another solution there for that. So next question is from Aaron, who's just slipping in that it's really good news that we've got that course, isn't it just? Your question is Denon MCX 8000 or Prime 4? Simple, Prime 4. It's the most up-to-date of those two units. So Reza says, hi Phil, I've just got a Denon DJ Prime 2, but my crates contain music with different genres. Is this problematic, and how do you recommend I organise my crates by genre? Actually, look, you don't have to organise your music by genre in systems like that, in any DJ system, because you can always sort by genre, right? So you can sort a big playlist out by clicking the genre sort, and then you've got all your house tracks together, your disco tracks together, and so on. It might be worth having genre crates or genre playlists, just because if you're playing a house set, you don't want all your other music in there, right? So, you know, but that's up to you. You don't have to do that, is my question. Is my solution to you. Now, if you find yourself thinking it would be useful if I had all my house tunes together, then by all means have a folder which has got your house tunes in, or a playlist or a crate or whatever it's called on your system. But it's not necessary. What's more important, people, and here's my big advice for sorting out playlists, and indeed Jeff would tell you this, what's more important is that you plan your set, that you have the tunes you think you want to play in a separate folder, playlist or crate for that set. Don't turn up with all your music. You know, now that the cat's out of the bag, that we're making a DJ course with Jazzy Jeff, you know, we've obviously spent a lot of time with the man. And one of the things Jeff says is, you know, I need to know two things before I play a DJ set. How long my set is and who's going to be there. Now, why does Jeff want to know those two things? Because DJ Jazzy Jeff wants to know the people that he's going to be playing to, so he can select the right tunes for that particular event and put them into a playlist, and how long his set is, so he can select the right number of tunes to put in that set to play. Now, our advice as a DJ school is take about twice the number of tunes you need for any given set, but don't just throw tunes in a record crate, well, in a digital crate manually, just willy-nilly. Oh yeah, I need 80 tunes there's 80 tunes. But think really hard about who you're going to be playing to, and that work of thinking about who the, I don't know, 80 tunes, right, a couple of hours, you'll probably play 40 of them. That work, thinking about those tunes, is half the work that you need to play a great DJ set. And then if you play out of that crate, it's going to figure well. So rather than thinking, should I organise by genre, should I organise by year, should I organise by this, instead think about organising a crate of music for every gig that you're going to play. That is our biggest piece of advice in music organisation. So, DJ Fuzz has a question about live streaming. By the way, if you are a live streaming person and you want to learn how to live stream, we've got a course about this. So let me just tell you how to find that. Go to the Digital DJ Tips website, click on DJ courses at the top, and then scroll down and go to our deep dive courses. We actually call it specialized courses here, and click on DJ Live Streaming Made Easy to learn all about our course that lets you live stream, teaches you how to do it on literally everything from the phone in your pocket to using like really cool stuff like this little Roland audio device here. This actually connects to your phone like that. Isn't that cool? And you plug in and then you can live stream with your camera pointing at your decks and stuff. All the way up to using clever cameras like webcams and the little cameras I'm about to talk to you about, all the way to using like what's called an NDI studio, which is what we're using here. This is an NDI studio, and that means that we've got all our cameras networked into the computer that I'm sat live streaming from now. So I've got the comment cam there, I've got the front camera there, hello, this is the one you always see on the Digital DJ Tips tutorials. I've got the close-up camera there, so I can do close-ups on, you know, the mug that I'm currently drinking out of. But more importantly, you know, this is normally where we talk about the buttons and stuff on DJ gear and so on. We've got the overhead camera, we've got the over-the-shoulder camera here that looks down on the gear like that. You know, all this stuff here is is difficult to set up, and it's difficult to get it all to function smoothly with a computer and so on. And that's where things like NDI are involved, and that's actually what this question here is about. So the question is from DJ Fuzz. How do you know if there's any benefit in using NDI via the Mevo Start if live streaming with no computer? And no, there's absolutely no benefit at all. NDI is a networked computer thing. It's a way of getting your getting your computers into your live streaming software over an Ethernet connection, which has got lots and lots of advantages for being live. But no, there's absolutely no need to do that. But look, if you're interested in live streaming, if you join us on a Sunday and wonder how we do that stuff, indeed, if you join Jazzy Jeff with all of he streams twice a week at the moment on his channels, and you think, how can I do this stuff? Well, the course will teach you that, because the course talks you through everything, not only how to do it technically, but how to plan the sets, how to perform on camera, and how to get people to come and view your live stream, and how to build your audience and so on. So if you're interested in how it's done, this course will help you. But that said, you don't have to. There's always a free option as well. So head to the Digital DJ Tips website, head to the search bar at the top, not there, that one there, and type in DJ live streaming. And what you'll see is a load of articles, but the one you're looking for is the Ultimate Guide to DJ Live Streaming 2021, this one here. And this is it does what it says on the tin. It is the ultimate guide to how to live stream. This will talk you through everything you need: audio, video, how to set everything up, the cables you need, how to stop getting copyright hits, how we do it here at Digital DJ Tips, and all that stuff. You can see that it's everything from phones all the way down to audio interfaces, other equipment you need, how to use pro cameras, how to use laptop software, what software to use, all the extra stuff like tripods and lights and microphones and so on. And there's me setting up one of our live streams on location. It really does cover everything you need. So look, don't go and buy the course if you don't want to get into it that far. Just go and look at this article. Just go and search for DJ live streaming in the search bar on Digital DJ Tips here, and you'll find this article here, which will not only this article, but it links out to all other articles as well that cover it. It shows how I live stream. This is my personal page with all my live streams on it that I've done over the months and years. So it's a great resource. So yeah, that's a good place to learn about DJ live streaming. Let's get one or two more questions. If you enjoy Digital DJ Tips, look, join us, hit the share button, make sure you're subscribed so that we can let you know when we go live with these things. This is all about you this hour on a Thursday Q&A live. I'm here to answer your questions. So let's have one or two more of your questions. This one is from Snailden, who says, any suggestions or resources aside from your own Serato course on how to effectively use Serato's Pitch and Time? So Serato's Pitch and Time is a plugin for Serato which lets you do two things. It lets you move the speed of your music without the pitch changing. So in other words, you can slow your tracks down and speed them up, and the pitch will stay the same. They won't go really, really low when you slow them down, and they won't get really, really big. They'll stay exactly the same, even though your voice is getting very, very fast or your music's getting very, very slow indeed. It will stay at the same pitch. That's what it does. I've no idea. I've never tried that kind of like, this is how it works before. Let me know if that worked for you. So it'll do that, but also it will let you change the pitch of the track to make the pitch of the track really, really high, or make the pitch of the track really, really low when the speed of the track stays exactly the same. So this is a really good thing because it lets you harmonically mix your music together. Now the good news is you don't need that Pitch and Time expansion pack or the equivalent on any other DJ software. All DJ software, Tractor, DJ Pro AI, Virtual DJ, Rekordbox, has it built in. With Serato, you have to pay a few dollars extra to get it. Once you've got it though, you've got key sync, key shift, and key match across your decks, which means that you can harmonically mix and do some really clever stuff. So do we have any extra training on how to do that? Not really. We cover it in both our key mixing course, our Serato Made Easy course, and our Digital DJ Lab subscription program. We talk about key mixing a lot in all those places, but you could try going to the website and searching key mixing. I mean, you will find an awful lot of stuff on there which will help you. So if that's what I would do, go to do that. Go to the website and type key mixing into that search bar I was showing you. And we will have some free resources for sure about that. Right, I'm going to pick one more question live here. This is your Thursday Q&A live, which is now at the new time of 3 p.m. London, which is 10 a.m. Eastern, for about an hour. We started late today, so I'm carrying on late. So that's the new time for both Thursday Q&A live and Tuesday Tips live. We answer your questions every week, so I'm here to do that now, back in the studio for the first time for a while. This one is our final one, which is from Christopher. And it's a techie question. Christopher says, I've got a DDJ 1000, which is a record box DJ controller, but I have a DDJ 400 as a backup. However, it only has a phono output. Should I use a DI box or something to convert to XLR? Oh, I know what you mean, yeah. I'll explain in a minute. To convert to XLR for my speakers, as I know there are issues with unbalanced into balanced ports. So this is the output on the back of the DJ controller you've got. This isn't a DDJ 400, but it's similar. The output on the back is like this. It's two RCAs, right? And you want to know whether you can plug that directly into your powered speakers, because the cables that would do that might have issues. So here's the advice I would give you here. If the distance between the outputs on the back of your DJ controller and your speakers is a long distance, then it's probably worth getting a box. It's called a DI box, which converts the signal into a balanced signal, which can be fed down a balanced cable. And what that does is stop any background noise, any hum, any interference in messing with that signal before it reaches your speakers and your amplifiers. If it works fine with a cheapo cable that's just got RCAs on one end and XLRs on the other, then it works fine and there's no issue. I would try it. But if you're putting your speakers a long way away, then yeah, definitely worth doing that, because you're just reducing the chance of interference happening. Mixmaster G, just double checking, I'm sure a few of you are going to want to do this. It's the Tuesday stream, also going to be at 3 p.m. London, 4 p.m. Central European, which is 10 a.m. Eastern. Yes, this is going to be very easy for everyone, whoever tunes into any of our DJ streams, whether they are students on Student Live, whether they are people tuning into our Thursday or Tuesday streams, or people tuning into our streams inside our courses. All of our educational streams are now going to be at the same time, 3 p.m. London, 10 a.m. Eastern. Easy, done. The only one that's going to be at a different time is our Sunday stream, which is at 5 p.m. London, midday Eastern. So that's a change as of this term, as of the new autumn term 2021. We are going to be streaming at those times. People, we are done here today. I do need to leave. I do have other commitments right now. But before we go, I want to share with you one more time our absolutely huge news at Digital DJ Tips. I think it's fair to say it is the biggest news of our 11 years of running the world's biggest online DJ school. And the news is very simple. We have teamed up with DJ Jazzy Jeff to bring you Jazzy Jeff's first ever DJ course. You hear me correctly, DJ Jazzy Jeff has joined forces with Digital DJ Tips to launch his own DJ course. It's called DJ Jazzy Jeff's How to DJ Right. We are in production at the moment with Jazzy Jeff. This is going to be hopefully out in 2021. COVID restrictions permitting, of course, which are making everything difficult to do. But this has now been announced, it is coming. And to celebrate it, Jazzy Jeff has given us an amazing prize that all of you are welcome to enter. And that is 3 one-on-one DJ lessons with the man himself. So to register your interest in Jazzy Jeff's forthcoming How to DJ Right course and to enter the free prize draw, no purchase necessary, in order to win potentially one of 3 DJ lessons one-on-one with Jazzy Jeff, head to Digital DJ Tips website now and click on the Jazzy Jeff article, which is the current top article on the website, this one here. And if you're not a member of Digital DJ Tips, trust me, just trust me on this, join. Go there and join, because we have got amazing information coming your way about this course, amazing behind the scenes stuff, more stuff you're going to want to know that is only for our members. So do join. There's never been a better time to join the world's favourite DJ school. So that's our news today. The course is incoming with Jazzy Jeff soon. Keep an eye out for that. It's been a pleasure to be back in the studio with you today, presenting this, having been away for a couple of months, and I'm sure you'll agree we've got a very exciting term ahead of us and a very exciting year, academic year ahead of us at Digital DJ Tips. So it's great to be back. Listen, whatever your DJing dreams are for 2021, you've still got 4 months left to do them. So holidays are over, people. Knuckle down, get on with it. Let's make amazing stuff happen between now and the end of the year. Do join in on our Global DJ Network Facebook group 24/7. Just go to Facebook and search Global DJ Network and click the join button. Come and join us in that free community if you're not already in there. Join Digital DJ Tips if you're not a member, because we've got some exciting stuff, as you just found out, coming your way imminently. So from me, all the team here, and our new tutor, Jazzy Jeff, I'm here to say, get good, get out there, make the moments, and we'll see you again very soon. Till next time, bye-bye.